His family is grieving following a deadly domestic violence situation. Richland deputies responded to an apartment on Mallet Hill Road last night to calls of a woman who we now know as Wynter Straw. She was found shot to death outside her home. Investigators say her husband barricaded himself inside that home, eventually shooting himself. Straw's family met outside the apartments this evening to remember the woman and speak out against domestic violence.
You've seen couples like them before. The kind that looks effortless, always laughing, always in sync, always giving people something to talk about. And the comments? Goals. I want this. This is real love. But what you're looking at isn't always what you're getting. Because while everyone was watching their videos, something else was being recorded too. Small moments, subtle tension, things that didn't quite feel right. And nobody caught it. Not until it was too late. This is the story of Wynter Nicole Straw. You noticed Wynter without trying. She had that kind of presence. Calm, confident, easy to be around. She grew up between San Diego and Columbia, South Carolina. And in Columbia, she stood out early. On the court, she was focused and reliable. Not loud, just effective. The kind of player teammates trusted. At Allen University, she pushed even further. She played both basketball and volleyball, balanced both, delivered in both. And she was part of the team that brought home the school's first women's basketball conference championship. That matters, because that kind of result takes discipline. In 2020, she graduated with a degree in social science during a time when everything felt uncertain. But she stayed on track. She had plans. Law school was one of them. Then she became a mother, and everything sharpened. Her focus, her priorities, her drive. She stepped into a demanding role as a mental health officer at the Broad River Correctional Institution. This wasn't routine work. She worked with inmates in crisis, people who could become unpredictable fast. Her job was to read behavior early and calm it down. That takes awareness and control. And according to the people around her, she had both. Outside of work, she shared parts of her life online. TikTok started simple. Short clips, dancing, everyday moments. It felt real. And people connected with it. Then Renardo Johnson entered the picture. They met online and the connection moved quickly. Soon, they were posting together, dancing, laughing, traveling, and people paid attention. Perfect. Couple goals. I want this. Thousands of people believed they were watching something genuine. From the outside, everything looked right. But what people see is not always what people live. Looking back at their videos, you start to notice things you missed. Not loud, just off. A joke that lands a little too sharp. A reaction that lingers too long. A tone that doesn't fully match the moment. At the time, nobody questioned it, because everything else looked good. But inside the relationship, there were signs. Mentions of checking each other's phones. Arguments brought up casually. Moments that felt playful, but carried tension. Two strong personalities. Both used to be heard. And that kind of dynamic doesn't just disappear. It builds. Quietly. A disagreement. A reaction. Then things smooth over. And the cycle repeats. Even for someone like Wynter, who understood behavior on a professional level. Because when emotions are involved, clarity gets harder to hold on to. In 2022, she survived a serious car accident. A moment that could have taken everything, but didn't. She kept moving forward, still working, still building. But what nobody could fully see was what was building inside her relationship. Until one moment changed everything. March 26th, 2023. It was a Sunday evening, the kind of night where everything slows down. But inside that apartment, an argument started. Arguments happen, but sometimes they shift The tone changes. The air feels heavier. This was one of those moments. At some point, Renardo picked up a gun, and everything after that happened fast. Wynter was 25, a mother, a professional, a woman still building her future. And in seconds, it was gone. She was shot multiple times. When deputies arrived, they found her outside the apartment. She was already gone. And that part doesn't rush past you, because it's final. After the shooting, Renardo went back inside and barricaded himself. Law enforcement responded quickly. There were early concerns a child might be inside. That was later confirmed to be untrue. Negotiators spent hours trying to reach him, talking, waiting, trying to bring it to a peaceful end. For a moment, it felt possible. Then around 9 p.m., the line went quiet, and a gunshot followed. He had shot himself. He was taken to the hospital and later died. 2 lives gone in one night. Once the scene was secured, the case moved quickly. There was no search, no extended process. The person responsible was already gone. Officials identified it as a domestic violence situation. One argument, one escalation, one irreversible outcome. And even with the sequence clear, it didn't answer the deeper questions. It just confirmed what happened. There was no trial, no courtroom battle. The case ended the same night it began. But the message from law enforcement was direct. Situations like this can turn deadly fast. And they do. More often than people expect. Wynter's loss reached far beyond that night. Her workplace, her school, her family. People came together to support her child and remember who she was.
When people think of Wynter, I want them to think of just a sweet, innocent girl who was out here trying to make her mom proud, make her family proud, and just to do what she loved most.
I'm the baby of my family, and so she was my little sister, and so it just hurt me so bad because I wish I was there for her. I wish I was right down the street. I just wish she would have called. Everybody keep us in your prayers.
My dad.
Long live Wynter. I love you, extra.
By the way, the suspect in that hours-long standoff was found with a gunshot wound to the upper body. Deputies say he died from his self-inflicted gunshot wounds around 11 o'clock or so earlier today.
Because she wasn't just a victim. She was a mother, a professional, a woman building a future. And that future was taken. Stories like this don't always look dangerous from the outside. Sometimes they look normal, even admired. And that's what makes them harder to see. Wynter Nicole Straw deserved more time, more life, and more of the future she was working toward.
Don't mind my baby Nova, but this is my first time taking pre-workout. Fucking pre-workout. And everybody is telling me the best way to do it is just to dry scoop it with some water. So we gonna see. Shout out to Alan. Worst experience in my life. But I loved it. How do you fucking do this? Do you just like throw it back? Okay, I'm back. I watched some videos. They just like throw the powder in their mouth and then drink the water. I feel like I'm gonna start with the water and then the powder so I can just swallow. Okay.
Thank you for watching this episode of Archived Crime Files. If you found this story interesting, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new case. Your support helps us continue bringing you real crime stories, detailed investigations, and gripping cases from around the world. Let me know your thoughts about this case in the comments below. And remember, the truth always leaves a trail. See you in the next episode of Archived Crime Files.